Welcome back to TechWithKoushik, where we break down the AI concepts that are actually reshaping the world. I'm Koushik. If you watched our MCP video, you learned how AI can connect to tools and take action. Today, we're tackling something even more critical: how AI gets accurate knowledge. Because here's the truth nobody talks about. AI is a confident liar. A lawyer stood before a federal judge with 12 legal citations from established legal precedent. Everything looked professional, real, sourced. But there was one problem. All 12 citations were completely made up. The judge was furious. The lawyer was fined $10,000. His career got damaged. His reputation got destroyed. And none of it was actually his fault. His AI hallucinated all 12 citations into existence and presented them with complete confidence. This video is about why this happens, and more importantly, how the industry finally fixed it. This isn't the only victim. A government agency published an official report, hundreds of pages, data-driven, authoritative, circulated to Parliament, presented to the public. Later, they discovered 26 hallucinated footnotes, made-up academic citations, fake sources. The entire report was built on a foundation of fabrication. How do you fix that? How do you undo that? How do you trust government reports after that? Let me give you the numbers. Stanford ran the analysis across all major AI systems in 2026 and found something troubling. 1 in 12 AI responses contains fabricated information. That means approximately 8% of the time you use AI, there's a solid chance it's confidently lying to you. Not being uncertain. Not saying, "I don't know." It's lying. With complete, unshakable confidence. And somehow we've accepted this as normal. This video explains why this happens at such a fundamental level, and more importantly, how an elegant technology called RAG finally solved it. Here's the fundamental problem with how AI works. Every large language model, ChatGPT, Claude, Gemini, they're trained on data up to a specific date. Let's say April 2024. On that date, their training froze. Knowledge cut off. The door slammed shut. Everything that happened after April 2024 doesn't exist to the model. New discoveries, new treatments, new laws, current events, all invisible. The world keeps moving forward. The AI stays frozen in time. So when you ask it about something recent, what does it do? It doesn't say, "I don't know." It predicts. It guesses. It fills in the gaps based on patterns it learned during training. Think about your phone's autocomplete feature. You type, "How are you?" and it suggests doing. Why? It predicted the most likely next word based on statistical patterns it learned from millions of texts. Now imagine that same mechanism, but for entire sentences and paragraphs. The AI looks at your question and doesn't look anything up. It doesn't check facts. It just predicts, word by word. What's the statistically most likely next word given the patterns I've learned? Sometimes that prediction is correct. Your question matches training data patterns, and the prediction is right. But sometimes, the prediction sounds plausible. It follows the statistical pattern perfectly, but it's completely wrong. The real problem is the model can't tell the difference. It has no built-in doubt, no internal fact-checker, no way to say, "I'm uncertain about this." This is what deeply troubles me about AI hallucinations. It's not that the AI is stupid. It's that the AI is confidently wrong. An AI won't hesitantly say, "I don't think that happened." It will say it with authority, with a tone of absolute certainty, almost like it's offended you doubt it. And that's exactly why the lawyer got fined. Why the government agency published false information to Parliament. Why patients got wrong medical advice. The AI wasn't uncertain. It was certain, completely. Falsely. So here's the core problem. AI has a hard knowledge wall. Everything before the training cutoff, connected, learned, embedded in the model, billions of patterns. Everything after the cutoff, a void, a complete blind spot. The model doesn't know it's blind. It can't acknowledge the gap. So it fills the gap with predictions, with patterns, with hallucinations. And here's the brutal part. You can't fix this by making the model bigger. Bigger models hallucinate just as much. You can't fix it by making the model smarter. Smarter models actually hallucinate with even more confidence. You need a fundamentally different architecture. You need to break through that wall. And in 2024, the industry finally figured out how. What if, instead of forcing the AI to know everything from its training data, you gave it something better? What if you gave it a library card? Right before you ask the AI a question, it goes to a library. Your library. It retrieves the relevant documents, articles, sources, facts. Then it answers. It's not guessing from frozen training data. It's reading from real sources. Current sources. Your sources. That's RAG. Retrieval-Augmented Generation. Not a new model. Not a bigger model. A fundamentally different approach. Give the AI access to a knowledge base. Let it look things up in real time. Then generate answers grounded in reality. Let's walk through exactly how this works. Step 1. Retrieval. You ask the AI a question. Before it answers, it doesn't think from memory. It looks up. It goes to a library. Could be your company documents. Could be medical literature. Could be customer support articles. A knowledge base of relevant, current information. The AI retrieves the documents that are actually relevant to your question. This doesn't take long. Milliseconds. But in those milliseconds, the AI finds the factual foundation for the answer it's about to give. No guessing. No prediction from training data. Pure retrieval from current sources. Now here's where it gets elegant. The retrieval isn't keyword matching like an old search engine. You don't search for AI hallucination and only find documents with those exact words. You search by meaning. If your question is, what are the adverse reactions to this medication? The system doesn't just look for documents with those exact words. It looks for meaning. It finds documents about side effects, drug interactions, clinical observations, adverse events. All of those are semantically similar to adverse reactions, even if the words are completely different. This is semantic search, searching by feeling and meaning, not by exact keyword matches. And it's dramatically more powerful than keyword matching. This is where RAG becomes genuinely intelligent. If this is making sense, hit like and subscribe to Tech with Kaushik for more deep dives on AI that actually matter. Now let's continue. Step 2. Augment. Now the AI has the relevant documents from your knowledge base. The next step is to augment the original question with this context. So if you asked, what should I take for a headache? The AI now internally rewrites this as, here are the latest medical guidelines about headache treatment. Inserts actual documents. Based on these sources, what should I take for a headache? You've augmented the question with real context. Grounded it in fact. Before the AI generates its answer. This is the security layer that prevents hallucination. Step 3. Generate. Now the AI generates its response. But it's not predicting from training data memory anymore. It's completing an answer based on documents you just gave it. The sources are right there. The context is visible. The AI can't hallucinate about a document it's literally reading from. If it says, according to the Journal of Medicine, that journal is right there in the context. That specific statement is in the retrieved text. The answer is traced, sourced, verifiable. This is the 3-step breakthrough that fixes hallucinations. Retrieve, augment, generate, RAG. Now, there's one technical layer that makes this all work, and I'm going to explain it without technical jargon because you don't need to understand vector math to understand this. Imagine an AI has a photo album of meaning. Every piece of information, every document, article, email, record, is photographed and filed in this album. But these aren't regular photos. Each photo captures the meaning of the document, not just its words. A medical journal article gets filed with other medical articles. A legal document gets filed with other legal documents. A customer review gets filed with similar reviews. This filing system is organized by meaning. So similar concepts end up near each other. When you ask a question, the AI looks through this album for photos that are closest in meaning to your question. That's the whole concept. That's really it. A photo album organized by meaning instead of file names or keywords. The old way of searching documents was rigid. Keyword matching. You search for side effects. The system finds documents with those exact words. If a document talks about adverse reactions, it doesn't match, even though they're describing the exact same concept. RAG searches by meaning. You search for side effects. The system understands that you mean harmful consequences. So it also finds adverse reactions, complications, negative outcomes, toxicity, all the variations. It's like the difference between searching for a hotel by its exact name versus searching for a comfortable place to sleep in Paris. The second one is smarter. It understands intent. It understands meaning. That's what RAG does. Let's go back to the lawyer who got fined. With RAG, his AI wouldn't have hallucinated those citations. Every citation would have been retrieved from an actual legal database. Every case would be real. Every quote would be verified. And here's the beautiful part. It would be completely auditable. The lawyer could show the judge, look, here's the legal database the AI searched. Here are the exact documents it found. Here's how it reached this conclusion. 0 fake citations. Full transparency. Full accountability. This is how RAG protects professionals in high-stakes fields. This is how it eliminates the hallucination problem. Now imagine customer support. You call a company and get an AI agent. Without RAG, the AI predicts a response based on general patterns. It sounds plausible. It's helpful. Maybe. Or maybe it's confidently telling you the wrong thing. With RAG, before answering, the AI searches your company's actual knowledge base, your actual product documentation, your actual policies, your actual customer service guidelines. The AI reads your documents. Then it answers, not guessing what your company's policies might be, reading what they actually are. That's the difference between support that's somewhat helpful and support that's actually accurate. Healthcare might be where RAG matters most. A patient asks an AI about a medication side effect. Without RAG, the AI predicts a response based on training data from April 2024. The medical landscape has moved on. New research has been published. New drugs have come to market. The AI doesn't know this. It hallucinates. With RAG, the AI searches current medical literature, the latest journals, the most recent clinical guidelines. Published last month, not 2 years ago. It finds research that's actually current. It reads recent peer-reviewed studies. The AI can't make up a symptom that isn't in the recent literature. The sources are right there. In healthcare, this difference isn't just academic. It's literally life and death. Now, RAG isn't the only way to improve AI. There are actually 3 main approaches. First, prompt engineering. Just craft your prompts really carefully. It's free, it's fast, but it's limited. It can't give the AI knowledge it doesn't have. Second, fine-tuning. Train the model on your specific data. This shapes the model's behavior. It works, but it's expensive. It requires data. It requires infrastructure. Third, RAG. Give the AI real-time access to your knowledge base. It's practical. It's powerful. It works for knowledge-heavy tasks. The smart teams in 2026 use all 3 in combination. But if you had to pick one for most enterprise problems, RAG is the clear winner. And the numbers prove it. RAG handles 80 to 90% of knowledge-intensive problems in enterprise AI. That's the sweet spot. That's the practical solution. That's what every major company is building right now. Not because it's perfect, but because it actually works. It's practical. It's fast to implement. It's the industry standard. And it's only growing. Here's the final, crucial piece. Remember the MCP video? Model Context Protocol? MCP gives AI access to tools, the ability to do things, to take action. RAG gives AI access to knowledge, the ability to know things, to ground answers in truth. Together, MCP plus RAG, that's the complete AI operating system. AI that knows what to do and knows what to know. AI that can act autonomously and act accurately. This is the future of enterprise AI. And this is what TechWithKoushik is teaching you to understand. If this made sense, if you're starting to see how these pieces fit together, do me a favor. Subscribe so you don't miss what's next. Drop a comment about which AI problem you want to solve, and I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.